Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin, Master Certified Life Coach and Weight Loss Coach.
I'm Sandra Priestley. I'm a leadership coach for female entrepreneurs and I'm a feng shui practitioner. Hello, Leigh.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so well. I have had like the coolest week ever, like such a cool week.
I have noticed.
Yay, I know.
I cannot wait to hear about it.
I know, I can't wait to tell you. So, but first we should probably like talk about what we're drinking.
Yes.
I actually did a post on social media. I love The Rock. Like I love Dwayne Johnson. And so I love a lot of celebrities but he's one that I love following. And so in honor of the post that I wrote, I'm drinking Terramana tequila. This is The Rock's tequila.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And I am not even really a tequila person anymore. I had some years.
2 weeks in a row, girl.
I had some years, but anyway, so yeah, I know. And so I'm drinking Terramana tequila with ginger beer, like ginger ale from Jamaica. And it is so tasty. I love it. Yeah. So tell me what you're drinking.
That is very interesting. It's like we're on the same wavelength or something.
I know.
I've got a ghost tequila and I put some Topo Chico and lime in it. So I have
what the hell is that?
It's a ranch
Topo
water.
Chico?
It's just water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, like you're like hardcore. Like,
well, it's like
water.
if you want a margarita, but you don't want all the sugar.
Oh,
then that is a great alternative. And
wow.
I wanted something a little spicy today. And,
yeah,
you know, it's beautiful outside, but it's about 72. So it's warm in the sun, breezy in the shade.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, I don't really white
That's
wine.
the temperature in my house. It's not that outside.
You need to come visit us in Texas.
I know. I'm like, I've never, I've been to the Houston airport, but I have never been to Texas other than that. So, and my luggage stayed in Houston for quite some time, but I didn't. So, I was jealous.
Yeah.
I was jealous, but yes, I'm going to have to come. It will be like such a good visit. I can't wait. My husband,
can you imagine?
He loved it there.
Yeah. And we'll make gumbo. We talked about this one day. We'll make gumbo.
We will make gumbo.
And I won't put that wrong flour in it this time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's better. I've never had, I can't think of what they're, the vegetables, you know, what are,
okra?
Okra. I've never had okra either. So yes.
Okra is good.
I'm excited.
You come to Texas, you might get it fried.
Oh, anything fried is good.
Anything. I heard the other day we have fried butter.
What?
And I'm like, well, how does that work? And then I was like, well, now
why?
I don't know. Now I would just have to try it. Just not because I really want to eat it, but I want to know, like fried butter.
But what would you do with it? Like
you just eat it.
Whoa, weird.
They fry.
My husband would love that, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to taste it. Just to know.
Oreos?
Oh yeah, they fry Oreos too.
I've had fried ice cream.
I have heard
fried Oreos, I don't think.
Oh, you've had fried ice cream.
Yeah. Okay. And my favorite, deep fried pickles.
Never had one, but that sounds amazing.
So good. So good with like this like spicy mayo kind of like
a whole pickle
or a dill, a whole
or slices,
like a big dill pickle cut in like usually in quarters long.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And then
I have had those. Yes.
Oh my God.
One of my favorites.
So much. Yes. So, okay. So off of the pick now, now I got to have deep fried pickles for supper. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but anyway, so tell me what happened this week.
Well, I've been busy working around the house, finishing up the house. And it's interesting because there's so much to do. We're having Easton's birthday party a week from Saturday. his second birthday party.
Oh,
So we've got a lot to do. We've, had everything but the kitchen finished in the house this week. And Tuesday night, we put our dog down on Tuesday. And he was 17, but we had him for 15 years. And he was just the sweetest soul. He was my puppy. But it had been coming for a while. I was ready. I mean, I knew, my heart aches a little bit, when I get up.
So hard. Yeah.
But interesting how I set my day up on Tuesday.
Okay.
Is I worked all morning until literally I had to leave a meeting 10 minutes early so that I could go get him and get him to the vet. But I kept myself that busy that morning.
Wow. Yeah. Just to not think about it.
Yeah. And a couple of times there was just this, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I, just kind of thing. And it was like, you're too busy to think about this. So just do the next thing in front of you. And went to the meeting, and then I left, got to the vet. It was an amazing experience. As far as the vet was just the sweetest man. And Paul was with us. But anyway, I go back to work afterwards.
Okay.
Got to keep busy. Get off of work at 6 o'clock, come home, get on a call for the Library Foundation. We're having a fundraiser that we're planning. Get on the call for the fundraiser, busy for an hour. Get out here. Paul's still working on dinner. And I mean, it's 7:30 at this point. And I was getting ready to go sit on the couch, and I was like, don't sit. And I'm looking at the kitchen. I'm like, you could totally paint this tonight. I painted the entire kitchen.
Oh gosh.
Now, I will say Paul had everything trimmed for me. So all I had to do was roll. So it wasn't like I had all the tedious stuff.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, I was totally avoiding having to deal with what had just happened.
Yeah.
So it was just an interesting moment for me, and noticing patterns. And I've got to sit down tomorrow afternoon, because, and really meditate about it. But I think in our lives, how much do we do that? Where I don't want to feel this, and I don't want to think about this. And so I'm just going to keep busy.
Right.
And keep myself. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I mean, I think we've got to process it at some point. But
yeah, I know, when I left work, and I retired before I turned 50. And that's the shift I felt, where it was like, oh, wait, now I have to feel all this shit. Like, because before, it's like whatever would be happening, I didn't have time to really think a lot on it or ruminate over it.
Yeah.
Like, unhealthily, is that a word? I don't know. But like, it is now, fuck it. But like, unhealthily think about things to death, and like almost like compound the emotion of like, I feel bad, and then I feel bad about feeling bad, and then I feel guilty because I feel bad for so long, and I'm like, and I realized like that I didn't ever have that opportunity when I was working, because I was working and then I had my business too. And when you remove something that is like 10-hour days and like super crazy busy in everyone's energy, because I was manager, it's like all of a sudden you have all this white space, and it's now you got to feel it. Now you have to process. There was a moment where I was like, yeah, you know what? As soon as I have time, I'm just going to go square into my business, and I'm going to like explode my business. And all of a sudden it was like, whoa, I got a lot of shit I got to work through instead. That I wasn't allowing myself to feel. And that's like I think we do that, like you said, like how often do we just kind of power through so that we don't have to deal with the emotions? But
Yeah.
then it's like, we just minimize the tab and then it comes up and hits you in the ass later on.
Well, and I have gotten really good in life at compartmentalizing things.
Mm-hmm.
So this brick comes in and, you know, slaps me in the face. And I'm like, okay, you don't have time or energy or whatever to deal with this brick you just got in the face. So you're going to have to put that up until maybe tonight at 8:30. Because right now your attention needs to be on this.
Right.
And sometimes it just, by the time 8:30 got here, it wasn't an issue. And I didn't feel the need to pick it up.
Right.
And I think in some cases, it's not important. You know, we're living in the moment. You don't need to focus on that and tell stories about that. Because that's just going to keep you stuck there. But there are some things that you do need to process through, and you can't just put in a little cubby for later. You know, it just grows over there.
It's so true. It's like sometimes we're avoiding, and sometimes, right? Like sometimes we're avoiding, and sometimes we're just doing what's healthy and not telling stories. We're not like escalating or, you know, like making things worse by making them mean something that they're not. But in a case of like putting a dog down, I mean, we've done this several times, and it's like, it's heart-wrenching. Like it's so hard, and it's so hard to process. And I've done the same thing where I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep busy, and I'm just gonna pretend like she's gone for a walk. You know, like I'm
just under the bed. He's fine.
Yeah. You know, and I really have done that. Like I really have almost just like pretended it didn't happen. Because I didn't feel like I had the time, nor the energy, nor the desire to process it. So I was totally running away from it. I was totally just like, you know, not wanting to process it, instead of, you know, what I should have done was come back to it as, you know, faster than I did. But then all of it always comes back, and then it kicks you, and you're like, where did this come from? How did this happen? You know? Oh, well, that's so sad.
But this brings up the question between telling stories and our intuition, because there is a difference. Because when we start thinking everything is a story, because a lot of it is, right? But then there's also the universe going, get the fuck away from that person, or that job, or that situation, or like run. And if we're like, oh, I'm just telling a story, and that, you know, but don't you feel the difference when it's an impulse to take a right, call this person? I mean, it's not really a question or a story. It's more of a punch. Like, I am supposed to do this.
And the key is to listen to it though, right? Like, because, and we've talked about this before, like you have this instinct of, oh my gosh, Sandra and I need to do this podcast. I'm just going to reach out to her. And you could have told a whole bunch of stories, and you could have not reached out to me, and then we wouldn't have all this fucking amazingness. And right, I know. And but even like we were talking about it earlier when you were saying like, wow, you've been so busy. And I don't even really feel like I have been busy. I'm just showing up in a different way on my social media. I'm just like, I'm sharing my thoughts versus like thinking about my thoughts. And it's a little bit edgier than I would have probably shared before. But like, I am edgy. It's totally me. That's the thing, right? It's totally me. And I remember thinking, people kept saying to me, my business coaches, and, you know, like, you need to just show up as your authentic self. I'm like, holy fuck, like how much more authentic can I be? Like, I'm telling people what I think, and I do swear. So like when I'm doing live videos, I'm swearing, and I'm, you know, like I am who I am. When I show up on live videos, I am who I am. Like, I don't know. And then it's like this week, I got it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you like, you get it. Like, I have been telling people like to employ the fuck it factor, like for so long. Like I quit my job. I mean, like I say that I retired, but I didn't walk away with like a monthly pension.
Right.
I was making 6 figures a year, and I walked away to make no figures a year at my stable job. Right. So it's like, I mean, did I retire? Yes. Do I have pension money? Yes. But it's not a monthly pension because I'm so young. And so it was like, there was a moment where it was like, this is the right thing to do. Fuck it. And so I have made these, like, over the years, I've made a lot of huge jumps like that, like paying $70,000+ for my coach, big jump. Like, and I do love to do that. But it's like I would make the move and then hold back, and then make the move and then hold back to who I was. So I've been showing up in a different way this week because I finally embodied it. You know, like I was saying this and I was doing these things, but then it's like, oh, wait, this is a totally new level of the fuck it factor I did not see was there. And it truly was really about like understanding that the majority of our lives, the decisions we're making that we think are so huge, they don't matter.
No.
Like they don't matter at all. It doesn't matter what I write on a social media post. Like I talk to so many women, and they're saying, oh geez, you know, I was wanting to share that post, but I wasn't sure about what Aunt Susie would say. Fuck, Aunt Susie's probably blind. She's not going to see it on social media. She doesn't know where her news feed is. You know, so like, why does it matter? And also, there's such a very limited amount of people that see what you write, that like, does it really matter?
What if
And
the
if you would
people that
say,
need to see it, see it?
well, that's what happened, right? Because I wrote this post that you were talking about earlier, and it was like before the podcast, when we were just chatting, but like, and I wrote, it's not a tattoo on your face. Like the decisions that we make, they're not tattoos. If it's a tattoo on your face, you gotta overthink that. I mean, like, and I just said in the post, like, please just don't. Like, it's going to be a decision you regret. But most things are not a tattoo on your face, you know, like, and so it's like, if you're going to write a post, just post it. And then if you feel bad about it later, okay, you can always go back and edit it, or you can delete it, or you can delete Aunt Sally's comments, like, oh my goodness, or you can like unfriend Aunt Sally. Who cares? But majority of times those people aren't even going to see the post. So why do we overthink it and we hold ourselves back from this magic? We get this like, oh my gosh, I really want to share this. Oh wait, no, I can't. I was talking to a client the other day, and it was like, well, I want to start this business, but I'm not sure what to do, and how would I do this? I'm like, holy fuck, you just start and then you figure it out as you go. Because if you think you're going to create everything in advance,
Right,
you will never start it. There's got to be a moment where you just go, fuck it, let's just figure it out.
Yeah, it will.
Like, let's just figure it out. I know. And I did a live video too, where I kind of talked about this, and it's not just like, you know, I think in every single thing, like what I said in this video is like, it's not bomb defusal. Like, it's not like you're gonna, like, if you make you post something, you're not going to blow up, like bomb defusal, you know. It's not like, even with the bomb, it's like there's a moment where you got to say fuck it, you know, red, blue, I think it's red, is it blue? No, I think it's red, fuck it, snip, close your eyes. And even like, you know, I was saying too, like standing on the edge before you jump, with it, like standing on the edge of a helicopter or a plane or whatever before you jump off and you parachute. And you know, there's got to be this moment where you're thinking, whoa, did someone check my backpack? Like, did someone check that it's going to go off properly, that when I pull the thing, the chute's going to go up? Like, did someone check it? And Also, was that guy drunk when he checked it? When did he check it? I don't know. Maybe I should take it off and do it 4 or 5 more times. There's still a moment where you think, whoa, this might not be a good idea. Fuck it. And you jump.
Yeah.
The majority of things we overthink the magic out of are not tattoos on our face. They're not bombs. They're not jumping out of planes.
And we miss a moment because we were scared. And I know as you're talking about that, I'm laughing because I do the same thing. And it's like, so you're worried about them liking you or not liking you because you're you.
Right.
And then it puts it all in perspective.
So true.
The things that we do. Oh, what do I need to wear with this person? What do I need to say? How do I need to tame myself down? How do I need to not say? And we all do this. And it makes me laugh because I think if we just all fucking got together authentically who we were,
right,
we'd all be so fucking relaxed. You know?
I know.
There would be no
so much fun.
God, she's dressed like that, or I'm not dressed up enough, or I'm dressed too, you know, there would be none of that. It would just be like when we were kids, like when we were little kids.
They don't care.
No.
It's so free.
Yes.
It's so freeing.
Yeah. Let's live on the edge and wear different shoes.
look how happy they are. I mean, minus a few little temper tantrums, but like, you know what?
Sleepy.
Out there in their pink tutu with their like one green sock and one rubber boot, whatever it happens to be, and they're like just like creative, and they're pretending, and they're doing all these amazing things, and they do not care what anyone thinks.
No,
they're just
they don't know to care.
They don't know to care. And then the goal, and you know what? I don't know. I remember Oprah, because I love Oprah. But I remember when Oprah turned 50, funny enough, now here we are, right?
Here we are.
You look at it and you're like, 50, wow. But yes. And so I remember when she turned 50, and it's like 50 is like amazing. It was like coming into yourself. And I think it's almost like getting back to myself.
Yes.
Like getting back to who I was supposed to be before everyone else had their opinions that made me, or that I worried about their opinions.
Yeah. That's
more
who
than
you
anything else.
Authentically are.
Who I am authentically, who I was put on this earth to be, like and yes, I'm a collection. We are always a collection of our experiences and things, but I don't necessarily believe that we have to be a collection of our traumas, and that we have to live under them in fear, right? Like we can evolve and get back to the space where things are just like free, and we just realize like, fuck it, it does not matter. I always thought that, I got it in my head, but now it's like, oh wait, now I embody it. I can't tell you how many times this week where I would be talking to my OBM, like my business manager, and I would be talking to her. I'm like, okay, I just did this. I created this new series, and I created it on Canva, and I should never touch Canva, but okay. So I created it on Canva, and I fucking loved it. And I thought it was amazing. I thought it looked like this magazine cover. I thought it was so cool. And I posted, and then I went, oh, it looks like Aster class, because the M doesn't show and the other S doesn't show on the Facebook header when you're on your iPhone. And I'm like, dang, it looks like Aster class, not master class. Well, this isn't good. And my response was, yeah, fuck it, doesn't matter. Like every single thing, it's like, oh no, that's wrong. Yeah, fuck it, doesn't matter. Does anyone really care that it says Aster class on their iPhone? They're probably going to figure it out.
Class.
Did you? Okay.
I did.
Well, that's good. Okay, that's good. Well, no, but wait, when you go into the group, you'll see on the group, it shows. If you're on your phone, it won't show.
I'll check it out.
really what I thought was, no one gives a shit what my header thinks, or what my header looks like, rather, right? Like, no one cares. No one will care. It's about me talking to them about like living the moment and just like being your authentic self, and just go like, there's a magic in the fuck it factor. There's magic in that, in the moment.
Yeah.
Getting this intuitive idea and just going, I love this. This is what my intuition says. This is what God says, source, spirit, whomever you believe. This has been a divine download, and I'm just going to do it. And I'm not going to overthink the magic of it. I'm just going to go, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah. And how many times do we go through life and we get those divine messages, and we go, oh my God, this is a great idea, but this won't work, and this won't work. And then we just toss it away, and the universe is going, really? Because that was a great fucking idea.
Right? You dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass.
It's like they're knocking on your head, right? Like, hello, McFly. Like, I'm telling you this is a brilliant idea, and you're just screwing it over, you know, and then
making up stories.
What's the bigger kicker?
Yeah.
Is that inevitably someone else will do it. You will then see it, someone else do it, and you go, oh my gosh, I should have done that. Oh my gosh, I should have done that. Why didn't I do that? That was an amazing idea. I had that idea and I was too scared. Or I didn't really know how to do it, so I just waited. Like, there's so much magic. And I just think too, like, when I created this masterclass series, I said to my coach, this is what I want to do. And I've never seen anyone do it. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm just going to say, fuck it, and let's just go. And she's like, Sandra, this is brilliant. I too have never seen anyone do this. I've never seen anyone do it the way that you're doing it. And guess what? Like, hashtag or credit to Jana Kingsford, but what she said was, method makers are the millionaires. It's like, and this is what I noticed with my clients too. Oh my gosh, it's like the Sandra show. I've taken over the whole 30 minutes.
No, this is good.
But it's like, you know, she said, method makers are the millionaires, and every single millionaire that I have helped create, every single client where I've taken them from $0 to $1 million, $0 to 3 million, or created this amount, every single one of them was like finding their brilliance and listening to their intuition and just go before. Let me just look. It's not like, you know, Apple didn't create Apple because there was a pear before it, you know, like Apple products or Tesla or like any of these products. It's like, this is a good idea. I get this good idea. I'm going to create it. Spanx, Sarah Blakely. She needed, I mean, she's one of my favorites too, but she was trying to wear something with her white pants that didn't show, that were like form fitted, but they didn't show her underwear. And she cut off her nylons, like she had control top panties or control top nylons, cut the nylons off the bottom, wore them and went, this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And she went for it.
Yeah.
You know,
what if she hadn't?
What if she hadn't?
Right.
There would be a whole bunch of girls that could breathe a little bit better.
But really,
it's true.
I mean, all the things, and sometimes it's us.
Yes.
You know, it's what we do. It's how we can inspire and help. You know, it's not always a thing. There's you know. Yeah.
It's not always huge. It's not always like, okay, this is $1 million idea, or this is like,
no, it can, but
sometimes it's just small and it's such a huge shift.
But it leads us. It's the take a right here, take a left here.
Yeah.
It's the GPS getting us to where we want to be.
Yeah.
As Abraham would describe.
I know. Or even like, I had a client actually this week, and she is just like, I like to listen to my intuition. And she's like, There was a day where I went into my room and into her living room, and she's like, "We need a rug here." And her husband's like, "We don't need a rug." And she's like, "We need a rug here. Like, I just feel intuitively we need a rug here." And he, okay, go buy a rug, but like, we don't need a rug. She got the rug and it felt so good. Not really thinking about, like, it's not like she moved in and said, "Can we get a rug?" It
Right.
was like she had been there for a while, and then all of a sudden got this intuitive idea, we need a rug here. She got the rug, and it was like life changing for her family, because they felt more grounded,
Yes.
right? And then they started hanging out together in this room where they had this like grounded rug. And like, that's what I mean. It's like, it's not always about the $1 million. Sometimes it's just like, turn right here, turn
Yes.
left here, let's go into this restaurant. Or I feel like we need a rug.
Mhm.
But then we overthink and we think, but can we afford the rug? Do we need the rug? What kind of rug? Like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. And
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
don't get a rug
Yeah.
for 7 years.
Get the rug.
Get the rug, buy the shoes, just say,
Right.
fuck it. Do it. I know. Not tattoos on your face, but
No tattoos on the face. Have
everything
some
else, it's all good.
conversation about that first.
Yeah. Think that one through.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we're out of time. It was like totally the Sandra show. I
It was perfect.
just took over. You see, I can
No.
totally do a 3-day masterclass on this.
Well, you're good. I had to come back and it just went shoo.
It's gone. Okay. That's okay.
Okay. Well, thank
But
you guys for joining us at the happy half hour. We will see you guys next week, next Thursday. Have a good one. Thank
awesome.
you.
Bye.